All right, let's just jump right in. Right now, as you're sitting there feeling perfectly still, you're not. You're actually on an unbelievable journey, hurtling through the cosmos on a giant rock that's spinning at a mind-boggling speed. It's a motion that is so constant, so perfect, we don't even feel a thing. But what if that perfect motion just stopped?
And that's the big, terrifying question we're tackling today. What if our planet, for just 5 seconds, slammed on the brakes? I mean, would we even notice? Or would it be the instant, catastrophic end of, well, everything?
To really wrap your head around the stakes here, we have to talk about speed. If you're standing somewhere near the equator, yes you, are moving at roughly 1,000 miles per hour. That's how fast our planet is spinning. Just let that sink in for a second.
So you've got to be asking, if we're moving that fast, why does everything feel so calm, so stable? Well, it all comes down to this really powerful illusion, one that secretly governs every single moment of our lives.
The reason you don't feel like you're on some cosmic merry-go-round is a little thing called inertia. See, everything, and I mean everything, is moving together as one big, unified system. The air in your lungs, the building you're in, the vast oceans, you. We're all passengers on the exact same ride, all moving at the exact same velocity.
You want to put that speed into perspective? Think about flying in a commercial jet. That feels pretty fast, right? Well, the Earth's spin at the equator is nearly twice that speed. We are all, right now, flying on a supersonic planet. And this, of course, brings us right back to our big question. You see, inertia is our friend, but only as long as everything keeps moving together. So what happens to you and everything else when the planet suddenly stops, but your inertia keeps you going? In the very instant the Earth stops, the laws of physics would unleash a chain reaction of absolute, total destruction. That illusion of stillness we talked about, it would shatter, and reality would hit us hard. You wouldn't just stumble or fall over. No, your body, still carrying all of that incredible momentum, would be launched sideways at over 1,000 miles an hour. It's not a fall, it's a launch.
The chaos would basically unfold in 3 horrifying stages. First, inertia itself becomes the weapon. Then, the planet's oceans are completely unleashed. And finally, the very air we breathe turns against us. Okay, so first up, inertia. Every single thing not physically anchored deep into the planet's bedrock, we're talking cars, trees, buildings, people, would be ripped from the ground and sent flying, scouring the entire surface of the Earth clean in just a few seconds.
But believe it or not, it gets so much worse. The Earth's rotation actually causes the oceans to kind of bulge out at the equator. The second that spin stops, that force vanishes. All of that water would surge towards the poles, creating these unimaginable mega tsunamis. We're not talking about flooding coastlines, we are talking about literally erasing them from the map.
I mean, just look at this. We are talking about literal walls of water taller than some of the world's highest mountain ranges, all moving faster than an airplane. The scale is just, it's almost impossible to even comprehend.
And now for the final blow, the atmosphere. Just like us, the air was also spinning along at 1,000 miles an hour. When the ground stops, the air doesn't. You know the most powerful hurricane in recorded history? It would feel like a gentle breeze compared to the single, global supersonic windstorm that would suddenly engulf the entire planet. And the result of that, total annihilation. No skyscraper, no bridge, not even a reinforced military bunker could possibly withstand the sheer raw force of those winds. Any structure that was somehow left after that initial inertial launch would just be shredded into nothing. It seems absolutely impossible, but what if someone, somewhere, could survive this initial cataclysm? Well, as we're about to find out, surviving those first 5 seconds is really only the beginning of the nightmare. So let's just ask the question directly. With all of this devastation, is there any hope? Could a single human being possibly make it through this?
The answer, and this is pretty surprising, is maybe. Yeah. If you happen to be far enough underground, say in a really deep mine or some kind of specialized bunker, you might be shielded from the surface getting scoured clean. You might just survive the stop.
But here's the really cruel twist. Remember, this was only a 5-second stop. When the planet inevitably starts spinning again to get its balance back, the restart would be just as violent. We're talking massive, planet-wide earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. So surviving the stop doesn't mean you survive the restart.
Okay, after all that doom and gloom, I want you to just take a deep breath. Because this terrifying thought experiment actually reveals something truly incredible about the universe and our place in it.
And here it is, the good news. You can relax. A scenario like this is, for all intents and purposes, completely impossible. The amount of energy it would take to stop a planet in its tracks is beyond anything we know of. No asteroid, no weapon, no cosmic force could pull this off.
The reality is, our motion is so much more complex and beautiful than just a simple spin. You're on a planet rotating at 1,000 miles per hour, which is orbiting the sun at 67,000 miles per hour, all while our entire galaxy is careening through the universe at even more staggering speeds.
This chart kind of gives you a sense of the scale of it all. We are part of a cosmic dance, a system of systems, all moving in this perfect, synchronized harmony. Our feeling of stillness isn't an illusion. It's a product of that perfect balance.
And that, really, brings us to the real takeaway from this whole thing. The fact that this incredibly intricate, high-speed dance works flawlessly every single second of every single day. Well, it isn't just amazing. It is truly miraculous. So I'll leave you with this question. Our very existence depends on this perfect, invisible motion that we all take for granted. Thinking about what would happen if it failed for just 5 seconds reminds us how fragile and precious it all is. So, what other miracles humming along perfectly in the background of our lives are we forgetting to see?